Hello there everyone, today we're going to be reviewing LEGO Star Wars Set 7536. As you can see, the Mandalorian Starfighter. Now this has been a recently retired set and has 544 pieces, originally retailed for $59, $59.99. Now we'll average you around the $80 or so new, so not really too much of a markup, but yeah, on the top of the corner you can see the 332nd, so this is based off of the Clone Wars. I don't know which season it is. Most likely it could be season 7, but I never remember seeing the Gauntlet fighter, like this colored Gauntlet Mandalorian fighter in Clone Wars season 7, so this is based off of some other season. It does come with 3 minifigures, as we could see. Comes with Gar Saxon as our first minifigure and a unique figure to this set. Bo-Katan. Now this is unique at least for now, but it's no longer unique as they have released a foil pack of it, and it will most likely be released in the Mandalorian season 3 set. So pretty much it's not too limited anymore. In the Mandalorian Loyalist, semi-limited, I think it is in full pack. So I think this is the only set we're ever gonna see it in. So you can buy it through this fighter, or you can buy full packs. Full packs is ideally though. Let's take a look at the back of the box, and afterwards we'll look at the build and everything. Alright, so we got the back of the box where you see the fighter in a landed position, which, just like how it is straight, that is really inaccurate. I'll show later how it actually looks landed. So right on top it shows, like over here, shows us all the play features and all that cool stuff. Let's look at it. Over here on the top right, it shows us you can put the wings down, and then you can rotate the cockpit area 360 degrees. Under it we could see you can put two pilots and pilot and maybe a co-pilot in there, so you could put Bo-Katan and the Mandalorian Loyalist inside the cockpit of the Mando fighter. And last and not least, on the left we see the stud shooters. Now let's take a look at the build. Obviously I'm not going to open this, so this is a sealed copy that I have right now. Let's take a look at the build and we'll look at some other stuff. Alright, so here's an overview of how everything looks. So you got Gar Saxon, Bo-Katan, and the Loyalist, the Mandalorian Loyalist. So here's where I mean this is a bit of false advertising. See, it's supposed to be straight like this, but it falls under and it dips. It's almost like it's not even landed properly. Yeah, let's take a look at the figs first, and then we'll take a look at more in depth into the fighter and all that cool stuff. Alright, our first minifigure is Gar Saxon here. This is one of the few, this is one of the unique minifigures to this set. Pretty much, it's most likely going to be only this set and this set only. We would never get another one, so I guess it's a dub getting it. The printing is really good. Supposed to have like a chrome look, kind of like the Captain Phasma side. Here's the back. His helmet is mostly the same, almost like any Mandalorian, but it has the horns on it, which is quite unique. He does have a face print. Here it is. So this is like the highlight of the set, essentially. And I think this is a pretty good minifigure, personally, in my opinion, and all that cool stuff. And let's go to the next minifigure, which is Bo-Katan. Alright, we got Bo-Katan. This is our first ever time I'm pretty sure we have ever gotten this minifigure. And I mean, it's alright from the torso and all that. You can see a little bit like silver on it, silver plating. You can see it. Legs have printing, arms still have printing. You have her helmet. You of course have her face print. You have the one side, which is pretty much a normal side, and you have the other side. You know what's actually interesting, she has a hairpiece, so if you want to keep her without the mask, you just put this hairpiece just like this, and bam, there you go. You can have her without the helmet on. Yeah, it's actually a pretty decent job, because this is actually the first time we had ever gotten this minifigure, at least in this Lego form. But I feel like it also has to do because, man, the Mandalorian. Because if you had watched the show, I'm not gonna spoil it. if you know, she plays a pretty big role in the show. That's all I'm gonna say. So I believe they were pressured probably by Disney into making this minifigure, so I had to throw it into this Mandalorian fighter. That's what I think. This is why we got it, because if the Mandalorian, if she wasn't the Mandalorian, we would have never done a minifigure like this. So yeah. Now let's go to our last and only minifigure. Alright, our third and last minifigure, the Mandalorian Loyalist. Obviously with the Death Watch print part, like, it says scratched blue printing on the chest. Leg printing, of course. Back has a jetpack. Helmet's quite unique because it has like arrows and all that. Does not have a face, unfortunately. Take off the helmet. Here I'm going to show the back printing. There you go. Has armor. Blue armor just like on the front. And yeah, I think this minifigure is pretty cool too. This is definitely, I think, another unique one, but I feel like with Mandalorian Season 3 happening, this could be another one to appear. But we don't know how the Death Watch are going to look like after Mandalorian Season 3. If that's if Death Watch does reform again, we don't even know yet. But if it does end up happening like that, we don't know how their armor looks like as of right now. So it'll be really interesting. Is it going to look just like this guy, or is it going to be different? Alright, now let's get into the build and all that other stuff. Alright, so here's the build. Here's an overview of one of the wings. Here's on the front. Here's the other side. So then here's the wing. It's mostly brick built to make that shape. Here's the engines on the back. There's these two engines. Here's the pattern again with the blue. The dark gray with the light gray. Light gray, dark blue. Stickers. Another sticker. The cockpit. Here's the interior. It's kind of weird how they did not put a control panel. Just left it for empty. You got your stud shooters. This is supposed to be the cannon, which for a cannon build that looks really terrible, I would say. For at least this area, the cockpit gauntlet. It of course uses stickers just to kind of fill up the cockpit pieces. This cockpit piece is actually new. Has never appeared in any other sets, at least from my knowledge. Spring-loaded shooters on the end of the wings. Here's the bottom. And yeah, let's look at with it with minifigures, and then after this, after we look at it from overview with figs inside, and then we'll look at the play features and all that cool stuff. Alright, so we got minifigures in here, so you can see it is a really weird cockpit interior because it has the tightly foursome inside. You can see how you have to sit in the front. And with jetpacks on, it's really tight fit. It's not really too comfortable, too good, even though those do work fine. But it is really crammed in there. Not too much. There isn't really too much space for the co-pilot or the passenger just to sit there on its own seat. And yeah, let's take a look at the play features. Alright, so here we got the play features. So first play feature, we're already gonna mention the 360-degree rotatable cockpit, as you can see. Second play feature, stud shooters. If we could get it to shoot. Got it. There goes one. I'm just gonna shoot one. You can move the wings, so that means you want to put them in landing position, just like this with ease. You should be able to, by these Technic joints. You could land them back into attack position, I guess that could go. Now what's interesting, what I found, this comes off randomly. This doesn't have any function. It moves 360 degrees. Doesn't have any functions. So here, let me show you. Nothing happens. It's quite interesting. And then we got the spring-loaded shooters here. I'm only gonna shoot one. And yeah, that's all for play features. Now let's get into the verdict. Alright, now for the verdict stage of the video. I'm just gonna say it straight up, to be honest. 7 out of 10 or 7.5 out of 10. Now why do you think I said? Build is decent. I like the wings build. It's pretty good, I would say. Resembles the Mando fighter pretty well. But my one main issue, pretty much almost everybody's issue with this Lego set, the lack of proper landing gear under the cockpit. And the fact that you have to go to YouTube, you have to look up like proper landing gear mods on Lego for this set, which makes it really makes you not want to purchase it. But at the same time, the figs are so good. Like, look at this Gar Saxon, really dang good. Pretty much the standout minifigure of the set, Bo-Katan, cool fig. I think additionally, but I feel like since now Mando Season 3 sets are gonna happen, we're most likely gonna get exactly this same version, or we're gonna get a different one that's not too different, but I believe it's gonna be the same one. They're not gonna redo it. Same Mandalorian. Mandalorian Lawless, I think it's a one and done, I think. And yeah. Now this is where we go to the outro stage of the video. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of the video, and maybe leave a comment what other sets would you like to see me review. Of course, the ones I own. If I don't own the set, I'll probably be like, oh, I don't own it. And turn on the notifications for more Lego and gaming content and shorts. And it's been 4 funny moments. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out, everyone.